Love. Yeah, all right, I'm into it. Done. So yeah, this is gonna be weird. I guess I'm not gonna overthink the first video and how it'll be shared. I'm just gonna get into creating things. But I think the stage is set enough. I could be ambiguous for the rest of this and not talk too much of it about it, and we'll just see what happens. But I do like the attitude. We know our key is gonna be C minor because we're gonna be ending on that note. And they do want it to stay kind of consistent, slightly repetitive. So we don't want to do key changes and a bunch of modulations, which makes things simple. In a case like this, I do want to find a cool beat off the bat. And there's some great things built into Logic, but I'm a big proponent of Splice. So let's open up some drums and we'll put in the exact BPM that we're using, which is 153. And just see what comes up that could be useful and inspiring. I like to start with something like this that feels rhythmic and not very heavy and dense and harmonically colored or anything. I like to just start with the rhythm. Bass drums, you know, that's pretty much what the ref is. It's just a really cool repetitive bass motif and drums. Too slow. I like that. They said they don't want hip hop, but this could be a drill type of vibe that's supplemented by something that feels a little bit more like wild. I like that even as like a teaser. Ooh, that with a double time bass groove could be cool. So I'm just grabbing all the things that seem too hip hoppy. No. See, like drum and bass makes so much sense to me. We've had a few of those types of jobs lately. That's hip hop, but I think it's, you know, it's got a rock tonality to it, so to Splice. That's a cool punk type of groove. It's very quiet, so we'll beef that up. That'll be a fun thing to show. Oh, I like that vibe. It's a little retro, and this footage feels a little like stylized in a retro way. Love a good simple hi-hat. And we had one that was kind of like a teaser type of thing for that other first loop that we found, but just grabbing all the things that feel like they could work, or enough to where I feel like, okay, we've got a good assortment. All day. Break it down. Yeah, like that section where the kids are, oh, sorry, that section where there are hands hitting on the desk surface. That'll be useful. Maybe little moment of like pause there when there's a doorway moment. It's a little tame, but we could dirty it up, and maybe it's gonna be nice to have in there for variation. Sometimes I just look at the waveforms, and if I see it's too skinny, we don't mess with it. Because I'm going for like energy, things that feel a little bit more like oomphy. Cool build up. I can tell by looking at the waveform. When you see there's like detail in the middle that starts small and gets bigger, it's like your eyes can tell what it's going to sound like. Wow, obviously hip hop. Like it's quiet and it could be beefed up, but it might not be necessary. We'll just grab it anyway. Too sloppy, actually, no. I wish it wasn't hip hop because that's a cool, weird. I love stuff like that. That's just a little strange. More than a little. That's cool, especially if we're using some sort of like analog synth that's going to be repetitive and edgy. Feels a little playful, and it's got a wink to it, but it's also edgy. No. Too busy. No. Okay, so then let's grab some basses. I don't feel the need to play something original here. I could supplement something, but normally I'll find something that's, again, when you look for something that's been made in the specific key at the specific BPM that you're looking to work in, it tends to work out pretty well. Terrible. Well, we might have to make something. Let's do a range of BPM. That's another way that's helpful to search rather than just going for the kill shot. 150 to 155, ballpark, you know, in C minor. Oh, there's a lot, so let's filter by genre. We know we don't want hip hop and all that. EDM, I don't think that'll be the sound. Let's just see what pops up. That's fun. So what I do here, since this is at 150 BPM, anything that we have from Splice that's from the 150 BPM range, we'll put in the stack here, and then we'll turn on flex time, and then when we move it to the other parts of the tempo map, it'll adjust. That works with the other one. It's from the same pack, so it could be good to have. Maybe it's grimy. They use the word grime, and anything grimy I love in general, so let's not rule that out. Oh! Yeah, that's a vibe. And I got too excited and didn't pay attention. This one was a different BPM. Also, I'm going to intermittently check. I've still got an hour left of work, but all right. We're back. So let's see what we've got. I think we're still going through some options. I like that. I like that. Love. Just options, you know? I love that. This is cool. Not right. I like this because it sounds like what this is about. Kind of, if you know what I mean. Okay, now let's check the other genres. EDM is great to have to build with, but I want some like, oh, look, grime. What? So that's, I mean, yeah, maybe there's a genre called grime. I just wasn't looking for actual grime, the genre. I'm like wanting something just dirty and edgy. Indie rock, maybe. Post-punk sounds right. Yeah, exactly. What's this guy? I think that's a little synth heavy. This sounds like the right type of organic vibe to supplement the other stuff with. And this one's at 152 BPM. So you could see, bit of a hot mess. I'm not labeling, I'm not like grouping or whatever. This is all just for the sake of we're throwing things at the wall and seeing how it all works. And once I've got audio files all kind of ready to be moved around and stuff to the right timelines, tempo, right part of the tempo map, I just make sure to turn on this flex time button, and then they're all engaged and they'll function correctly tempo wise, regardless of where I put them in the timeline. So now I'm going to just bring everybody over and then re-audition them in the context of the picture and everything, which everyone will see eventually, and some of you will see right now. If this is the second version of this video, you'll see it right now. So yeah, let's go through and just see what seems to feel right. Starting with the drums, I'll say. And I think these are all at the exact BPM here, drums-wise. Yeah. Woo. Okay, so I just go and mute everybody, and then we audition them layer by layer, and it'll be pretty quick. You'll see, like, intuitively when you're looking at picture, just some things feel right and some things don't, and you move on quickly, or at least that's the goal. I haven't been sleeping a ton, but I'm not super tired. I just feel like maybe my body's trying to trick me into getting sleepy. Luckily, this one won't take very long to write, and we'll get some good rest. So there's this whole moment of like build up and suspense here that I think I'll do something ambient with. There's a sound effect in the beginning that's kind of an obvious one. And maybe we just let that breathe, but this is where the music's supposed to start. So we're going to bring all these guys back to that point. And this, I'm just going to leave this section on loop for like, a couple bars. That's funny as fuck. That's cool. Now, this is already giving me an anticipatory feeling because we're not giving away everything just yet, and I like that. So I'm going to see how this feels if we were to build it out with this vibe without getting into the stuff that felt a little bit more like regular drums. maybe we'll make that wait one more beat because that's funny. Yeah, that's rad. And we had that one sound effect that was kind of like a, yeah, this guy. Yeah. I already like where this is going. This is so fun. So this is what this plays out like, you know. And what I want to do here, because he's got this moment where things are kind of getting like inward. I want to feel like there's a sort of reverse thing pulling him into the motion that's gonna, you know, take him to his destination. When you use the flex time thing, you have to like make this thing into a new file. And I'm sure there's another way to do this. This is just my workaround, but I just cut it in half, select, you know, any part of the track. I just chose right there. Sorry, any part of the audio file. I just chose right there. And then I hit Command T to split. For some reason, that's the shortcut they assign, and then hit J. And it'll join the track back together, then it's its own thing, and then it'll let you do this reverse function. But that's not there for some reason once you turn flex time on, unless you make it its own audio file, unless there's a way to do this that I'm not aware of. So if you do know, by all means, please let me know. I would love to not have to do that, but it doesn't take long. It's fast. I turned it down too much. That's great. I might even turn that reverse one up. Yeah, like that's so funny to me. And this could work with the drum and bass thing. And we want to drop out there. They had that in the temp. Structural stuff is okay to use for, you know, the temp's ref for. I know that that's going to work because we've already used that. You know, we're building our family of sounds here. And that's that resonant moment. Yeah, I think we bring it back right when it turns back to that shot. Boom, boom. That'll be our last boom. And maybe we'll put this guy under there too, so it hits with this last hit, and then we're... I love... So this is great. Already we're building up the skeleton of the thing, and it'll build out very nicely. Let's hear what this guy is. Maybe we wait on the boom, 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 boom. It almost doesn't need it, and we could play around with EQ and stuff. I'm just going to place this as if it's going to be used. And we might come back to using it, we might not. So let's see what this guy was. Like, that's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. But maybe while the kids are yeah, that's okay to say. While the kids are hitting on the desk. It's not giving away too much about the project. And we could do, I'm imagining an EQ opening up. I do this a lot just for the sake of having things not sound so blocky and loopy. We could have these layers kind of like gradually come in by rolling off all the top end information and keeping the oomph of the low end in there and having it kind of like, get more defined as it evolves. So I'm just leaving things in spots where it feels like they could, you know, enter, and we may or may not use them. God, that's cool. And just an example here. It slows it down. It doesn't feel quite as momentum-y, so I don't think we'll use that one. But I don't like to give anything up until I'm done deciding on the things that I really love. That's such an obvious one. I think we gotta make this guy a little bit more beefy, so I'll just throw on some Soundtoys Decapitator, which gives it some edge and some saturation. There's literally a punish button if you want to go real severe with it. My iLok's being funky. One sec. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. I might have to turn off the USB and turn it back on. One sec. Okay, there we go. Nice. Hopefully it's all still working. I'm going to make sure the audio's still going. Flaws and all, guys. Flaws and all. Okay, cool. So here's Decapitator. That's a little too... So fun. I'm gonna do something similar there. It's cool working actually without the picture audio. It makes it to where the music definitely can stand on its own. I just hope it's not too distracting once we get the cut without music. We don't have that to work with yet. So yeah, let's do some automation here. We're gonna do that thing I described. Same type of... opening it up as it goes. And then the last one, I'll do like a quick sweep. So it'll open up way more quickly. Yeah, love that. Okay, cool. That will stay for sure, and I know I love it. So that's gonna go below our other drum loops that are solidified. Who's this guy? This will be much faster. Oh, I actually really like that. That's so cool. See, sometimes magic happens where you're like not expecting something to be in the right place. Like I was expecting to have to cut that guy off right there, but it does that, pop, 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 you know. And I might treat that on its own thing. I might give that the same sort of EQ thing. And this is what makes these things that are very simple much more interesting. It's just adding a human touch in some way. To me, it's a perspective thing. So it's not exactly simple. It's specific and calculated, but it is a pretty easy thing to achieve, you know? That's so fun. And then the ending. Yeah, I love that. Okay, cool. So moving on. I don't think we're gonna end up using this guitar. I don't think we're gonna end up using that one. And I'm not gonna spend that much time. You guys get bored with hearing every little thing revisited. You don't need. Once you start knowing how the shape is gonna be, or how the sound is gonna be shaped up, you know what could be abandoned way quicker as it goes. Like I don't need that. I need that in my life, like for something. I think it could work for this. Probably toward the end here when he exits the classroom, it feels like he's in the groove. You know, he's like fist bump. Got too excited and misaligned something. That will all work together eventually, and we'll make it work. Because I love that. Gonna play with volume for now, for sure. God, I don't want to talk too much about what's happening on the picture because the first video is not going to be able to share it. But these moments are so cool. Don't need that anymore. That's basically what the last one was doing. This build-up will be good. Nice. I actually don't think we need that. The groove kind of does it well enough. Maybe that'll be at the ending if we give it sort of a similar treatment to what we did with the Decapitator on this track. Oh. Not as much. And it's a little cluttery right now, so we'll make some choices down the line of what we're going to actually keep and what we're going to get rid of. What's this guy? Little reverse thing or build-up thing? Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool right there. Even just as sound design, I like that. But we'll do a very mild, tamed version of it. you don't have to say anything. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that feels like something that starts creeping up as it goes for sure. And again, we'll sort this all out. It's just throwing the stuff at the wall that deserves to stick around. Excuse me. It's a bodily function day. I've been sneezing, I've been burping, I took a bathroom break after the work break. That I don't know if we want that drum kit to keep going there. Yeah. We can honor the timing of the ref. That felt very intentional there, for now anyway. All these guys need to be turned down because they're going to be loud. Cool, we're almost through this, and then you'll see it's a wave. Fuck. I just realized the camera shut off. You don't need to see me anyway, but I will start a new recording and then we'll stitch this together. I think when I unplugged the USB thing, I forgot to check for the camera. But yeah, we'll be right back. All right, and now we're back. I'm just making sure the audio stuff's all good to go still. Mic is good, yep. Being double paranoid because I do not want to miss out on the audio. Okay, cool. Okay, picking up where we left off. So this bass thing was pretty cool, but it's a lot. So I lowered all the bass volumes across the board to like half. I guess it's just so like, to me, it feels natural now to anticipate what's going to sound good with what, and maybe I take it for granted, but these pieces of the puzzle are just fun to play with at this stage. And like there, I'll probably, you know, do a little cutoff thing too, but I'll run all the basses through one bus and then we'll treat them all in that way together so I don't have to do it one by one. Yeah, so that's a cool sound. I mean, I'm stoked with that just out the gate. That's definitely more comedic and maybe something that would build well into the other one. Like if we did half that and then half the other. Let's just see what that sounds like. Just playing with things, you know? That needs to have picked up already. The frequencies start clashing there a bit, so I think I'll just have this one start lower in volume and then I'm just imagining what it'll be like when you hear the picture audio there. That'll be good. I love this. And I don't know if it'll be here or not, but we're just going to try this to feel it real quick. I love that. So we'll just do this for now, just to have it. I know this is a specific thing for the intro where I'm going to treat it differently than the rest of the basses will be treated. So feels like something's happening, right? I love that so much. So let's keep moving through the other ones, just make sure. I love that. Let's try this at the end here with these other two. I don't know. It'll probably be way too much, but I just want to hear it. Yeah, I like that for now. So cool. It's so the right vibe. So I'm so happy already. Oh, that's like this guy. It's just a more evolved version of it. So maybe we'll have that be here. I just love this so much. This is so fun. We don't want that rhythm thing to come in yet because we're going to have this guy probably in the beginning, you know. It is a little cluttery though, so we might not need it. I'll make it a little smaller. What does this guy sound like? Let's bring it over. We know these guys are all, oh, maybe we'll see. Some might still be for the intro instead of this energetic section, but looking at them, they look like they're energetic ones. Fat waveforms, you know? Oh my God, I love it. That'll be a definite like ramp up situation at the end there. I'm just gonna try this. I don't know if that felt right to me. I think it could be because it was still too quiet. I almost want it to get like really edgy, like he's about to, you know, have an accident. Yeah, that's cool. And then I'm gonna put Soundtoys Decapitator on this one as well. And this will be where our edge gets amplified a bit here. hit touch again, and then I'm just gonna drive the drive. That wasn't as severe as I was expecting. So let's see. Huh. Let's try pre-EQ. Oh, duh. Yeah, we've already got no headroom on this guy. That is a fat bass sound. So we're gonna just make the volume increase for real. And it's probably gonna be significant, even if it looks minor in the automation. Oh, I'm peaking, I think, in the audio output in general. So let's group some things together. We've just got drums and bass to work with and a couple of effects, but I'll put those through the drum bus. Yeah. Let's group our drums into one bass, and then we're just gonna lower the volume of both the drum and the bass by like a lot as a group, by like a lot. 6 decibels we'll say for starters. And I might put a little something on the main output if it's too quiet for us. It's so good. I'm going to even give this little tail end of that to the variant side, copying the automation over and everything to do exactly what it did just there. Maybe we'll make we need to make the volume creep back in a little bit, but same ending place. And there might be a moment there where there's a little sound effect that we need to drop everything out for, but it might be like the perfect moment to have like just a beat and then back in, you know what I mean? So let's see. I'm so excited. Sorry, when there's like a higher tempo thing that I get to work on, it definitely affects my energy and I get way over animated and goofy. So it's just who I am, man. What's this guy? I could actually imagine that working in this. Maybe we'll just cut out the low end from it and have it be super sidechained. Nikki Romero makes this plugin. And again, sorry if this is ever redundant, but I'm just going to mention things as I go. Automatic Kickstarter. I used this in the trailer demo I did, I think, a couple of videos ago. But you'll hear dun 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 instead of it being dun 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 dun, dun. It'll duck, you know. Yeah, it suits it really well. So that'll grow with it and in volume from a very low starting point. It'll be subtle. I like how it feels like, because it's a quiet moment, right? You're getting up to go do your thing, and then the urgency's building, and everyone knows that you're going to do it, and then they're like cheering you on. So fun. We get some amazing work, man. I love that so much. Okay, let's see what this is. That's so cool. It's so nice when things get to build in a really fun way. I just want to hear how these two things that we just, or maybe last three things that we added are working together. Sorry, I needed to cut out the low end there. That's way too subby. You could see up when that frequency range up there is way up, not necessary. It's funny. I love Danny Elfman and like it's kind of given like a Beetlejuice type of vibe. And I guess that maybe is coming through just because it is what it is, this instrumentation, but like him being kind of like navigated down the rows of students and the stuff that's happening in the picture that makes it it feels right, just feels right. That's so cool. And I don't want to sidechain the one that's going because I feel like that's energy that needs to be there. So cool, man. This could be funny for the intro because it feels like what it is that's happening, you know? Again, we'll go through and shape the buses, like the drums in the beginning probably have too much high-end detail in them, and we'll send them to reverb, make them feel like they're more ambient rather than being right here from the beginning. But yeah, this is cool. This is a good demonstration of just working with loops and making them your own. So yeah, let's try this with a little bit of automation. I love this so much. So energy feels good, like compared to the reference. I was nervous sort of about 20 BPM difference losing the energy that you have, but the way this is working with picture feels so good. And I'm glad that other composer asked that question because it made me feel like, you know, if there's other people that are considering just trying to get as close to this thing as possible because it does feel so solid, it's a good thing to just, you know, make ourselves do something original that's as strong, if not stronger, hopefully, with the equally powerful result. Let's see if this has a place. I don't think we need it. I like what the synths that are in there are doing. Cool. So these last things, I think this group will just call, I guess I didn't name any of them yet. Let's see, this is a bass. So cool, that is bassy. That's also bassy. But I think we're gonna treat these all as synth, not bass. They're just gonna be not for their low end information. They're gonna be there for like mid and low mids maybe and above. Get them in a similar volume range as the bus that they were coming through. And now I'm gonna try to be organized. So we'll get our bus channels in our arrange window. Basses, synths, and drums. We love those types of workflows. I'm not even gonna, I'm not gonna say that because I should. I was gonna say I'm not gonna even entertain these things that we've muted, but I'm going to. No, they don't have the right vibe. So we know we don't need them. And then we've got that one's got no real low end information. That's what I would consider bassy, so I'm adding it to our synth group. And we don't need this one. It's just added that dun 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 feeling more than it is actually needed for the notes and the timbre of itself, so it will not be missed. And then we've got our drums. That includes our effects. Cool. So now the way that these each shape up, we'll just see how they play together. But I was saying, like, the first thing that comes to mind is we just need to make that start out faint because it starts quiet, right? Like this whole thing is a subtle thing in the beginning. Psychologically, what's going on in this dude's mind? We've all been there. I'm going to automate this bus. Oh, shortcut. Hitting A displays all this information here in your arrange window about like automation and different parameters you can tweak. And when we're doing the touch stuff, when we're in touch mode on the fader bar and anything that we're tweaking knobs or panning or anything, this automation gets written here, and then you can go back in and adjust it to be much more smooth. See all these little, like, there's tons of little dots that are telling it to do what we're gonna want it to do, and I'm wanting it to just be smooth. And maybe we'll have it build and open up until the point of these kids, or yeah, these kids hitting the desks. I was trying to be covert again, but there's no reason. Same with the basses in the low end. I think I'll start with that being. It's so good. It's so fun. I just love it. Okay, cool. So from the beginning, we'll have it start out like, I think I'm going to let this lead into itself a little bit more because I want to start with it fully on, and then I'm going to EQ it before it hits the audio. You'll see. So good. So we got to add that quacky guy to the basses as well. I forgot about that. So he's in 12 right now. We'll put it through 11. I might get rid of the low end on that drum part right there. Change it to read so it's a fixed change. And I might add some reverb there so it feels like it's opening up and then it'll close off once he enters the place that he's entering. And I'm going to put that before the EQ, so the EQ also closes off the reverb. And we're going to start this at 0%, and then we're going to have it wash out. Oh, God. Oh, God. I could type it. Nice. I like that a lot. Might have been a little heavy on the amount of reverb, but I think it could also be a volume thing. Like this needs to be not super pronounced in general. So start by lowering the volume actually, and then we'll see if we want to reduce the amount of reverb. Yeah, we want to reduce the amount of reverb. But why? Again, we'll just make it smooth. That's cool. This is where our C minor comes into play. And there's going to be a vocal moment there. So I might not put anything there, but I might find something that's just really ambient and simple to fill out the space. Just a really simple like pad. And again, Splice is amazing. BPM doesn't necessarily matter because I'm not anticipating there being any movement to it, but let's put 150 to 155 just in case something cool shows up. In the key of C minor. Let's see about this. That sounds like relief to me, you know? So it's at 154. We'll get it to be elastic and bridge the gap here. Love. Okay, cool. I think this is actually a great stopping point because we still, I don't think, have received picture without the music on it. And the second part of this will include stuff more specific about the picture that I can't show till later anyway. I will run this through iZotope real quick, just give it a nice master, see what it does to the shape and sound, and I won't get too much into mixing and stuff because this is just bass drum synth, you know, and it's nothing's peaking anymore. We adjusted our headroom, got plenty of stuff to work with here if we need to finesse once we hear how things sit with the other stuff that's going to be in the mix. But the writing part was what we're focusing on for this video, and that's what I'm excited to share because I knew it was going to be a cool piece. But yeah, it's assembling things that it's like jamming with players. I guess this is how I look at loops is like these are things made by very talented people. Your ear is what you're using after developing your sense of taste and style, facilitating what you know the goals and objectives are that you have for the thing that you're writing for, and all that. You don't got to spend all your time making every little note happen, inputting it on your keyboard or whatever, especially when you want something that sounds catchy and hooky and kind of like it should be on the radio, you know? So let's run this through Ozone and see what it sounds like. You're supposed to go to the loudest part of the track to run it. Love. Yeah, all right, I'm into it. And yeah, that's a great place to leave things for now. And then I'll make another part that goes into how I will mix this based on what's in the picture. And we can share what the picture is in that video too. So it'll include all this up to this point and then the next phase of things, because I think it's cool to see it all while working to the picture as well. But for now, just take this for a writing session using loops in Splice, which I didn't have to input anything original here. It's all just my automation, shaping the sounds of things, piecing things together based on knowing what would sound good in different sections and kind of throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks, keeping things moving, and, you know, finding things in a collaborative way with stuff that's been created by very talented people that work really well. So yeah, we'll see. Again, this is a demo. It's not like this is just me writing on this. There will be plenty of other great submissions, but it's something I'm really grateful to be able to share this process with everyone because most of the time, some of the things that are our favorites, they're not necessarily always the ones that get chosen, and, it's just nice to share the things that I'm enjoying making, and this one got me really excited during the process in general, so, uh, yeah, it gets to see the light of day in some form or another regardless. And yeah, I think too, like, just in general, this is something that's helpful to learn from one way or the other as a method of approaching something that could potentially take a lot longer. Again, my whole thing is just about keep the creativity and inspiration flowing. So I hope you get inspired by this. Maybe you've learned something. When we get into some of the nitty gritty with the mixing of this, maybe with the picture, that'll be another level of detail and insight. But this feels really good to me, and I like this piece of music. The way that all these elements play together feels cool, fresh, a little grimy, a little cinematic. It's irreverent. It's got a bit of an edge to it. It's got a little quirk and fun, and I have a feeling it'll find a place somewhere if it doesn't find a home in this thing. And it, to me, stands up to the reference and bests it in lots of ways. And I'm not being biased about that. I was worried about this thing standing up to how cool this track is that they were referencing. And it's totally safe to use. There's no concern I have about the key, the tempo, or even the timing, really. Some choices we made here are unique to that too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have an inspiring day, night, or anywhere in between. And I will catch you soon with the next part and reveal all the things I couldn't in this version of the video. Thank you for tuning in.